The deal is on. Joshua Zirkzee is ready for his Manchester United medical. He's only waiting for a few details to be sorted between the two clubs, that's Bologna and Manchester United. Welcome to the United Health Sport. My name is Webb. Here is a quick early morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you are, on night update concerning Man United and the transfer situation. This is what we've been waiting for Joshua Zirkzee to be done with the Euros. Well, sadly, he did not reach so far, but of course, for now, we will be happy as United supporters because our boy Kobbie Mainoo is in the final of the Euros. So, Joshua Zirkzee, if you watched the game, you saw a moment after the game when Kobbie was embracing him and hugging him as if they knew each other. I think Kobbie must know something. Well, here's the facts, and this has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano early this morning that Joshua Zirkzee is ready. Finally, he's ready to go for his medical at Man United. He's only waiting for the two clubs to sort themselves because there is a little detail the two parties have got to sort. That is to do with whether Man United will trigger his buyout clause or they will want to negotiate a little bit and settle for a fee. But what we know is that these two clubs are already on the same page. They have agreed that indeed Joshua Zirkzee will be joining Manchester United. So it's a matter of formalizing and finalizing a few things, and then they make it formal. And Zirkzee will be on the next flight to Manchester to finalize his medical and join the team in training. So that's exactly what's happening. So that's an early update that has come through. Well, of course, people have been wondering when are we going to make a move, done. Of course, you've got to want to respect players who are focused with their national teams. It's always going to be I think disruptive if a player is holding talks with a club, especially a serious club. I mean, you're talking to a club while your team is trying to chase a title. It's always going to be disruptive for you. So now that Zirkzee is out of the Euros, United are now clearly ready to move on and try to make a formal bid and of course sort this whole situation so that probably before the end of this week, perhaps before maybe latest early next week, we should be getting a here we go when it comes to Joshua Zirkzee and joining Man United. Of course, he will need a little bit of days to rest to come and join the team in training because he has been playing at the Euros, so he has got to rest a little bit longer. He needs a few days of rest, but be sure that he will be joining the team in this preseason. Now, still, Manuel Ugarte as well is waiting for Manchester United. We know that talks are ongoing between Manchester United and PSG. I think a verbal offer has been made by Manchester United to PSG of about £38 million. That's what we know. It's not really a formal offer, but verbal talks are ongoing, and Man United, of course, suggested what they think they can afford to pay for Manuel Ugarte to them, and indeed the talks are ongoing. They are believed to be smooth, and it's a matter of time that Man United will proceed and make a formal bid for Manuel Ugarte. I think they are also agreeing on a few other details in terms of other players that PSG might want to get from Manchester United. What is certain is that there are a couple of players that PSG looks at in Man United and they are thinking, these are players we could use. So can we include them in a deal? They're trying to structure a deal and see if it would make sense. If not, Man United could be forced to just pay all the cash that PSG wants for Manuel Ugarte. But the reality is Man United seem to be, I think, clear now that it's Ugarte that they will be bringing to be the number 6 playing, of course, behind Kobbie, as of course they try to start something new in that midfield for Man United. Still talking transfers, Matthijs de Ligt, it seems to be silent, but not because there is nothing going on. Well, silence doesn't mean there is no work done. Well, what's going on is that the talks are advanced and Man United is waiting for the right moment, the right time to go ahead and put in that official bid for Matthijs de Ligt. They were probably still waiting for the Euros to get done or for the Dutch team to be out of the Euros. And now that they are out of the Euros, it's no doubt that Man United could actually make a double bid, a double soup for the two Dutch boys, that is Zirkzee and Matthijs de Ligt, because in terms of talks on the players' side, it was all sorted. On the club side, it is nearly on the same page. There is not so much to sort because the reality is we're talking to clubs that have already accepted that these players are leaving them. That's the beauty. With Bayern, they don't have de Ligt in their plans. In fact, they are so eager to try and get Jonathan Tah. They're only waiting for de Ligt to make way for Jonathan Tah. For Bayern, they know who they want to replace de Ligt. So it's not like we have a back and forth to go into. We're not. It's not like the case with Everton or Benfica when it comes to Joao Neves, with Bayern and De Ligt and Zirkzee and Bologna. We are in bed with Ugarte and PSG. We are in bed with these clubs. That's why these will be easy deals for Man United to seal. So it was always for them to wait for the right moment. And it seems that Ineos have a certain order in which they want to do these deals. So they probably want to stick to that order. So you can see that Man United is handling a couple of deals in situ, which is a good thing. It shows you that they want to get things over and done with, so that Eric Ten Hag and his backroom staff have ample time to work on these players and build something, so that we focus on the football. That's exactly what's happening at Manchester United. This is the United Hot Sport, a quick update with our transfer situation with Branthwaite. I think the deal might fall off slowly but almost surely. They're likely to fall off because it seems Man United are running out of patience. And the fact that United made that bid for Lenny Yoro and was accepted by Lille, United might want to move on, because if this summer United only signs Lenny Yoro and Matthijs de Ligt, I think it will still be a successful window when it comes to the central defense. I feel there would be sufficient signings to make in the summer. Branthwaite is not your top priority of a centre back, to be honest. So I think for me, with Branthwaite, the second bid that United put in, £45 million plus 5 million in add-ons, might be the last they get to hear from us. Otherwise, they might want to stay with their player. And I love that that could be the direction that Ineos would want to take. Now, so that's a bit of the wrap up. Now, the left back position is also not done. I've told you before that Anthony Robinson of Fulham was among the players spoken about. I also told you how Man United deeply inquired about Guterres from Girona, but of course now Real Madrid would trigger the buyback option. Now, meaning United would have to deal with Real Madrid. There were talks that came from Spain suggesting that United were advanced, but the reality is Man United will be forced to go for a left back. Even if Luke Shaw is looking fit and returning slowly with England, United do want a player who is going to back up Luke Shaw, because you can't be 100%. Now, Tyrell Malaysia, the reality is he still did not report in training. His progress and recovery might not be good. Sadly, things might take longer than any one of us ever anticipated. So Malaysia is still not part of the plans for the team. So we definitely need another left back. So Man United will soon head into the market, but it's clear it will be either Miguel Guterres or Antonio or Anthony Robinson. I think one of the two, or even the Bournemouth left back who was spoken about a bit. But I think personally, for these two, I think they are ahead of Milos Kakies and Sergio Reguilon, who was also spoken about as a possible player for Man United to try and bring back in that left back department. There is a striker conversation as well going on. Man United, Ivan Toney spoken about. We need an experienced striker, but all these, the third striker might not be for this summer. I think that's not one we might wait on now, because if we bring in Joshua Zirkzee, I think Man United might take their time when it comes to choosing the third striker to come and join the lot. It may not be an immediate one. Or unless the money stays, I mean, there is an excess of cash, maybe they could go for them, but it doesn't seem to be a big priority for the team when it comes to that striker. So that's a bit of what's happening. Drop down in the comment section and give me your take on what's going on. But yeah, just be ready for something to do with Joshua Zirkzee. That could be the next update when it comes to Man United and the transfers. My name is Webb. This is the United Hotspot. A quick wrap up of what's happening. I think there you have it. Amad Diallo, by the way, it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Ahmad. Happy birthday, Diallo. He's hoping that this is the season it all turns around for him. He feels good, he says. He feels fit. He feels happy. He feels like his body is all right. So probably this could be his time. And Man United seem to be having him in their plans, big plans. So ready to get a new contract offer and certainly accept it. And trust you me, it will be party non-stop. But remember, our two golden boys in Alejandro Garnacho and Kobe Maino are in the finals of the Copa America and the Euros. So obviously, it's all wins for Man United. What started as a bad season is really ending in the best possible way. If Kobe and Garnacho are happy, we United supporters are supposed to be happy. Not so. My name is Webb. Peace, love, and harmony. Let me catch you later, fam.